Hello everyone, welcome back to the Liverpool FC save on Football Manager 2018. It's the beta save, episode 10 today. So we've hit a little bit of a landmark, I suppose. It's the second episode in the second season, and it's been really positive since you last left me. If you haven't watched the last video, go and watch that. You can either watch it on the videos on the channel, you can either go into the playlist. There's many avenues in which you can find it. I haven't found it, I haven't done it in a hard way for you to find it at all, but it's quite easy for you to find it. But in this episode, we're going to be playing against Cardiff, missing the Middlesbrough game off, and then playing Villareal. They've all been Premier League games bar one since you last been with me, but there's not going to be any Premier League action today. But just to summarise, obviously, as you can see the table in the bottom left corner, we are fourth. We've won all the games, apart from the game that we lost in the last episode against Arsenal. As you can see, in the schedule, obviously, we lost to Arsenal, and after that, we've only conceded 2 goals while scoring, let me do some quick maths here, 12, so technically 12-2 in those 4 games. We smashed Swansea 4-0, but Woodburn on as a quick late substitute, and he got a goal. Dembele got 2, and Salah got 1. Then we beat Palace 2-1, Salah then got another one, and Mane got the first goal, with Benteke getting a late reply, of course, the former Liverpool player. And then I can't pronounce his team, is it Victoria Plezen? You'll have to let me know in the comments. But Wijnaldum, Sturridge and Goretzka got his debut goal for Liverpool, and even Shits, I hope I've said that right, he got a goal when we were 2-0 up and it went to 2-1, but we obviously got the goal by Goretzka to make it 3-1. And then our last game we beat Bournemouth 3-0 with 2 early goals, pretty much still in the game already, with Willy Orban, I'm told, it's Orban not Orban, Orban I will use now, with Orban getting the late goal at 87 minutes in to get, I think it's his 3rd goal of his Liverpool career, but anyway, we don't really need to focus on that. The thing that's happened, which I think is quite cool, is as you can see, but it's actually today that it's happened. It's been announced that the United Kingdom will be leaving the European Union at the end of the season. Rule changes, details will be announced in the next few weeks. Of course, obviously, we won't be playing after this season, but it'd just be interesting to see the rule changes. And I don't think anybody in the FM community, correct me if I'm wrong, has got up to this stage yet in their video. So I might be the first person to see what goes on. So we're playing Cardiff, who are still in the Championship for this EFL Cup game, or Carabao Cup, it's more formally known now for sponsorship reasons. And I've loaded this injury risk thing on, and a lot of our first team players had high injury risk, so we've made, I think it's something like 8 changes since the last game. Woodburn gets his first game as a sole striker. We have Jota on the wing with Salah, Pastore and Goretzka, Henderson playing a little bit of a deeper role, Lukaku, Vermaelen, Gomez and Klein along the back, with Danny Ward getting his Liverpool debut for the 2018-19 season. We've been using this tactic since we've been with me, and the 3 in the midfield have been solid. We've been playing Wijnaldum, Goretzka and Keita, and they have been solid, winning balls back, particularly Wijnaldum winning balls back at the back of the pitch, and I think that really helps link it up to the attack, and hopefully we can do a similar thing today. We've a more than a slightly rotated squad, pretty much a fully rotated squad. And if you haven't noticed already, it's light, it's the weekend, it's so nice recording in the light, not having to have the lights on and all that grotty, you know, what's it called? Artificial light. That's the one. Artificial, not natural. I prefer a lot of natural light. That's what does my head in at school when they're like, well, why don't we just turn the lights on and put the curtains down? No! Open the curtains and don't turn the lights on. Why would you do that? Anyway, rant over. We're going to be playing 2D, for the first game today. I have watched back a few of the previous episodes, and I can appreciate that the 3D gameplay is quite jittery, and I don't actually think after the update that this is too bad, the 2D Classic. It's pretty similar, I'd say, to last year. But obviously it's 2D Classic rather than just the 2D. We got an early highlight anyway. Pastore has his first shot of the game, but it does come to absolutely nothing. There were a set of Carabao Cup games last night. I don't think there were any shocks, to be honest. The teams that you would expect to go through went through. We're 10 minutes into this game. Nothing's happened quite yet. And obviously, if you didn't see the Champions League draw last time, we've got Villareal, Victoria Plezen, and who's the other team? Oh, God, I forgot already. I can't even remember. I can't remember, you know. I genuinely can't remember. It'll be someone that's fairly obvious in a minute. But we've got a highlight. Henderson has a free kick. Nearly in the back of the net. Neil Everidge. That's a name I've heard before. What? Oh. Okay. We didn't see that, but one of their players has been sent off. That's interesting. So if we don't win this now, we're going to get crucified. But what was I saying about the Champions League? Well, I don't really need to get in 1-0. I just keep getting interrupted by random highlights in the game. But the Champions League, we should get through that group quite easily. Obviously, Villareal winning the Liga BBVA, or the Spanish League, as it's known on FM for licensing reasons, last year. So they're quite a threat. So I don't really know what to expect going into our game with them. But I think we've really got a strong squad this year. I'm really happy with the squad. I did jinx this last time in the last episode because we played Arsenal. I was like, whoa, we got such a good squad. And then we lost 3-0 to Arsenal. Not the best. And of course, the only big opponent we've faced so far, not being harsh to all the clubs if you are a supporter of any of the clubs that we played. But the only team out of the big six at the Premier League that we've faced yet is Arsenal. We've not done very well against them. So it's not really great in terms of our image so far. Oh my God, they're down to 9 men! Oh dear, Cardiff City down to 9 men. This is quite unbelievable. I don't think I've ever seen this in FM so far. And this is quite brilliant. We can just hammer in the goals at a half-time. And if we don't win this, we're just going to get crucified, honestly. Tea's gone cold. Ugh, not very nice. I'll finish it off, I suppose. If there's anything I don't like, it's cold tea. Ugh. Crikey. In the other games then, Arsenal winning 3-0, Bournemouth 1-0, Bristol City 1-0 against the now Premier League Villa. Of course, they're down to 9 men. 1-1 at Leicester, that's quite an interesting game. Son Heung-min signing for Manchester United. And who else? But yeah, don't let your performances drop. That's a perfect team talk at half-time. Herrera's left United for Chelsea. I didn't really show you the transfers last time out. I'm just trying to think, oh, what a ball. Bud Burns got the ball off him and nearly gets his first goal of the game. What was I going to say now? Transfers. David Alaba's gone to Chelsea for 80 million. Who else? I'm trying to think to what else has happened. I don't think there's been much else in terms of transfers. I can't quite remember. Is there anyone that's new on there? I don't know. I don't think so. The one player that interests me is that... What's his name? Mario Götze is on the transfer list at Dortmund. 45 million. That's a lot of money. But if we were continuing this save for a while, would you sign Götze? I'm probably not going to sign him. But if I was to do this save as a long-term save, would you sign Götze? Oh, that should be 2-0, but it's a penalty. Fair enough. It's going to be Pastore who takes it. And I was well, just a bit of random 23 news with Emre Can. I was reading the news today, and apparently Emre Can's going to leave Liverpool on a free transfer in real life. Now, I don't remember... It's 2-0 Pastore. I don't remember his contract being run out till at the end of this season. So I don't quite know what's going to happen there. But I think Emre Can, contrary to what I've said, I'm completely contradicting myself. But contrary to what I said, and obviously what I did in selling Emre Can, he's really a solid player for us in real life. So for him to leave, it would be a real pity. Now, we need to make a few subs. There's a few players that are quite tired out there. Diego Jota has done nothing for us today, to be quite honest. So Coutinho will replace him on the left wing. I'm just trying to look at any players that are tired as well. Henderson's really tired as well as Pastore, but Henderson will probably be the more likely to play in the Champions League game. So replace him with Lallana and play him as a advanced playmaker, and Pastore can change to a D. Actually, we will play him as a roaming playmaker and him as an advanced. That's good. And then the other sub we need to make is probably bring Joe Gomez off. He's been playing a lot for... Oh, wrong player. Whoops. Triple substitution, obviously, this will be. A very glam triple substitution. And there we go. So, it's going to be quite an easy win in the Carabao Cup. Massively helped, of course, by the fact they've got 9 men. Really, if you were going to be cynical, we should probably be winning this by a few more. But as long as we win, I really don't care. We've had 20 shots, 15 of them on target. And we've been focusing on attacking in training because I've always said this. Attack's the best form of defence. And we really have been putting the goals in. 12 goals in our last 4 games. Now it's 14 goals in our last 5 games, which is really impressive. Okay, Cardiff obviously a championship opposition. But we've beat them quite convincingly. Last season we might have had a little bit of a problem with beating them because, well, I don't know. I think last season we weren't quite as consistent. I think consistency is the important word here. And obviously I did... Oh dear, it's 2-1. That's a bit worrying. But obviously last year I started really badly because I was just new to the FM18 game. It's a lot different. And by this time last season, I think we probably got 3 points off 5 games. To get 12 points, a little bit of a run of early season form, I'm quite happy with. But obviously the Premier League doesn't really matter in terms of this video because we're not playing in the Premier League. Yep, just checking the recording's all alright. Actually, I'm quite low. I've just realised I'm quite low on this. So I might have to change the webcam for the next segment of the video against Villareal. But that's good. I'm just talking about that, actually. Remember what I was saying earlier about the defence being really good, picking up balls? Goretzka's done exactly what I wanted to do. They're kind of attacking a little bit. Goretzka just stops that completely. Apparently it's a complete classic. I wouldn't say so, but at the end of the day, we won, and that's all I'm concerned about. A good win. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So it's going to be quite a while in terms of my time. It'll be about 2 seconds in your time before we get to the next bit of the video. I'll just check the champions, the results. Villa were knocked out, that's a surprise. Huddersfield were knocked out, meh. Oh, Leicester knocked out Man United, and Preston knocked out Watford. who are having, I think, the season from hell, it seems, this time. They've only got 1 win so far, and it's not looking great for the team who finished 3rd last year. Oh, what? I haven't seen this before. The FM Cup. That's brilliant, of course, because FM sponsor both Watford and Wimbledon. They have their own little FM Cup. That's brilliant. I'll have a quick look, actually, at the transfers that they've made. So, Moose Sissoko have come in. Anthony Knockaert, that's a bit much for Anthony Knockaert. Pereira's gone to Tottenham for £37.5 million. And let's have a look at what tactic they're playing. They're not playing really well so far. And to be quite honest, was it a fluke last season? Maybe they are going to go into a bit of a Leicester, and Marco Silva, who was linked with Manchester United, might see his job under threat. Be quite interesting. They've got Olympiacos, Shakhtar and Bayern in their group. I need to check who's in our group. It's Zenit. How could I forget Zenit St. Petersburg? And they actually beat Villareal in their first game, away from home as well. So Villareal don't look that strong, but I always jinx myself in this series. Anyway, I'll see you in just a second for the Villareal game. See, I told you it'd be 2 seconds. It was 19 minutes for me. Anyway, we're here for the Villareal game at Anfield. Now, we played Middlesbrough in the last game. Let's just gloss over that one. We lost 2-1 to Middlesbrough. We're building up such a good, sort of form. 5 games on the bounce we won, and then we played Middlesbrough. Now, Jordan Lukaku was the scapegoat, really, the lowest rated player, and doesn't feature in today's Champions League game as a result. But honestly, Middlesbrough just played really well. They were 1-0 up, which I thought, fair enough. 1-1, and then Ben Gibson made it 2-1. We could do nothing about it. We changed the tactic. We put more players up front. We just couldn't do anything about it. We threw all the players up front, and the players had a good go at it, but it just wasn't good enough. So we have to gloss over that. It's happened, and it's happened now. So we've made a few changes for this. Obviously, Lukaku is out, and Moreno replaces him. De Vrij is finally back to full fitness. We've got Wijnaldum, Goretzka, and Keita in the centre. And then we've got Salah and Mane on the wing, with Daniel Sturridge being used as a striker. And, yeah, let's get straight on with this match against Villareal. Now, the player that they've got that I recognised is Iago Aspas. Used to play for Liverpool, of course, before transferring to Villareal. Let's have a quick look at him before we start. He's valued at 44 million now. And actually, to be fair, he did play for Vigo last year. It's only this season that he's joined Villareal. Look at the amount of, money and inflation he's got up since he's joined Sevilla from us. Wow, 14, 19 and 12 goals in seasons for Vigo. It looks like he's having a good start for Villareal as well. So, fair enough to the player, as long as he doesn't score today. We've got Nacho Monreal as well, who's joined from Arsenal. Anis Unal, Alfred Ndai, and Nanuel. I thought it was Lucas then. It's not Lucas. But at the end of the day, we need to be assertive and just say, where is it? I would have preferred, I'd preferred the one about being better than we were last week, but clearly the game doesn't think that we played too badly last week, so there you go. But anyway, it's kick-off here. I'll just put a league table for the Champions League in the right corner, put it just there, which looks absolutely beautiful. And there we go. So we've got us, Zenit, Villareal, and Pleasant as well. When highlights go off as well, you can see it in the bottom centre of the screen. Now, I'm really fearing that we have a bad run of form now because of that loss against Middlesbrough, and that's going to be a catalyst for a bad run of form. But hopefully the players are resilient, and they seem fairly resilient in the boardroom. Not in the boardroom, it's not the bloody Apprentice. Nice Alan Sugar style there. Anyway, we've got the ball. Salah puts it in, and it's a fine stop from Asensio. Is it Asensio? Not Asensio, but Asensio. That's interesting. But Keita puts it in, and they get it out quite easily. But Goretzka's got it in the edge of the box. Pass it to Mane, and he struggles to get it in the box. But out to Keita, to Goretzka. Anything going to happen? No, Villareal get it out, and Serrano has a bit of a dribble with the ball before ending the highlights. Wijnaldum's got it though now. Goretzka, can he put it in the box? Salah, Sturridge, Wijnaldum. It's nice and fluid, but we can't get past the Villareal defence. Salah, Mane, and it wasn't really the strongest of shots. It was a brilliant move by us, by all accounts. But it seems they're playing 2 blocks of 4 behind the ball with a defensive midfielder, and they're playing obviously a 4-1-4-1, which means they've got limited resources up front, but they've got Aspas, who we saw earlier on in the segment of this episode, that he's a mega player, he seems now, on this game. But they've got limited resources up front, so I think they're probably going for the draw away from home. Makes complete sense. But it looks like they could get more than they bargained for here. Being a bit of a pessimist, me. They're on the attack. Joe Gomez, who's playing right back today, should have really got that from Sanson. But we're closing down players pretty nicely, but we're not getting the ball off them. That's the problem. Gomez does it second time round. That's good. Salah now. Still Salah. Can he get it in the box for Sturridge? Salah on the edge of the box. Can't quite get it there. Keita's got the ball, though. Can he distribute to Sturridge? Yes, he can, but nothing really comes of it. Gomez has now got the ball on the edge of the box. Puts it into Sturridge. What a cross that was from Joe Gomez. Absolutely fantastic. I have to criticise him a little bit earlier in that movement. Joe Gomez, what a cross. Just what we needed, to be honest. As you can see, there's about 8 men there. And Alvaro, a brilliant pass to Gomez from Alvaro. Thank you very much. One touch, beautiful cross, and Sturridge gets his head on it and makes it 1-0. It means we lead the group now with 6 points when that finally updates. And we are now 6 points ahead of Villareal, who won the Liga BBVA last year. It's clear, I think the likes of Watford and Villareal have done a little bit of a Leicester in terms of they've done really well in one season, and then they can't really cope with Champions League football, etc. Hopefully we're alright. Oh, thank God for that. Seems 2 times today. Other players have been sent off, and we can call this the red card episode, even though that's probably not very good for our CEO, so probably not. But anyway, Wijnaldum, Sturridge, and it's in the box. Oh, it's a good tackle. I thought it was a penalty then, but oh well. Keita, Mane puts it in the box, does he? No, Ndiaye gets it back. Sanson puts it up, but De Vrij gets that. Wijnaldum. No stupid passing, we're retaining possession, which is good. Goretzka, Salah, Gomez on the wing. Can he get another cross in? Sturridge! Oh my God! He hit the post there. That was so close. And really, he should have put that in the back of the net. Joe Gomez playing brilliantly as that right-back position. And I'm very happy with him today. Him and Sturridge, the 2 Englishmen, linking up very, very well there. We're on the edge of half-time then now, and we're 1-0 up. It might seem a bit dodgy now, me missing out the Middlesbrough game because we lost that. But as I say, I don't really want to mention it anymore because it's a little bit embarrassing. But there we go. Middlesbrough just played well, as I said earlier. But we are playing particularly well, if I can speak. And are pretty much dominating the game now that they're down to 10 men. But they've got a bit of an attack going on here. They've got Rodri on the ball, pass it to Aspas, back to Soriano. Nice fluid play from, I'll keep thinking Sevilla, because obviously Aspas went to Sevilla from Liverpool. But Goretzka gets it back. He's playing really well since his free transfer from Schalke. Sturridge has the ball. Can he do any magic? Puts it to Salah, and it's 2-0, getting on the edge of half-time. And that's just what we need. I'm not going to say that the game's over just yet, because Villareal could easily come back. But with 10 men, limited resources up front, and a weak formation for 10 men, you would have thought that the game is over. Really good episode this will be today, obviously ignoring that Middlesbrough game. If we can get 2 wins from 2, a lovely volley from Salah, and Sturridge being involved in all the goals so far, meaning that Salah's on a 7.6, Sturridge on a 7.7, and Joe Gomez on a 7.6 also. Brilliant stuff. We're the only games playing at 6 o'clock, it looks like tonight, and the other game is 0-0 at Zenit, and Pleasant obviously drawing with them 0-0. Nothing really happening in that game at the moment. Really, the best thing for us would be for them to draw, meaning that we go 2 points clear in the qualification terms and 5 points clear in the qualification terms for second. But I'd like to win the group, as we did last year, because it gives us a bit of a favourable draw, or should do, in the round of 16. There's obviously a few killer groups this year, meaning that it might not be the case that we get a favourable draw, because you're going to have 2 strong clubs coming through from each group, meaning that the second place one might not be as bad. Well, not bad, but as not weak either. I'm trying to think. Weaker, maybe, than us, than you may think. But anyway, Villareal have got an attack now. Victor Ruiz. They're playing nice, solid football. We're trying to close them all down. I think we're closing down a bit too much now. Not that you can close down too much in my book, but Aspas is a really good, fine shot, and Karius gets to it, but I don't think it's going to be much of a match now. I wouldn't be surprised if it ends 2-0. And to be quite honest, I'd be quite happy with that. A second Champions League game, we'll have won both of them by 2-goal extents. And it would be alright if we won it by 3 goals, which is nearly what Orban has made us do. And yeah, I think we're building a really solid squad at Liverpool now. I'm really happy with the transfer we've made. I don't regret selling any of the players at all. Zenit have took the lead against Pleasant. Because to be quite honest, Firmino and Chan were replaced, if that makes sense. You know, Chan by Keita and Goretzka, you could say, in a way. And Firmino by, well, brilliant, 3-0. I think that's offside, though, because it hasn't come up at the top of the screen. Yeah, it's been disallowed. There we go. Firmino not necessarily being replaced, but we already had a lot of resource in that position anyway. So it's not like we're limited. It's not like, oh my God, I wish we had Firmino. But if we had another injury crisis, we might be saying differently. But Daniel Sturridge firing on all fronts, involved in all 3 goals for us today. He scored 2 and assisted 1 of them. Absolutely fantastic. Keita has the free kick, passed it to his midfield mate Goretzka. I feel like these two are going to have a really good partnership. unless one of them gets injured. I really hope they don't. But a lovely assist from Mane and a lovely finish from Daniel Sturridge. Easy as you can get. 11 shots this game and 3 goals in the back of the net. Lovely stuff. 10 minutes to go here at Anfield, and I think we're going to go on counter net. Well, ooh, okay. Bruce Fry for Goretzka. It might be a few days out, but we're only playing Hull. Well, I don't want to underestimate any opponent now, but Goretzka might miss out on the next game. But we've got plenty of options in that centre mid position, so we shouldn't worry too much. Anyway, okay, to pass it to Moreno. Puts it into Salah. It's 4-0. What a convincing performance. What a showing from these players that they have completely forgotten the loss against Middlesbrough and that they want to fight for whatever they can get. And Kate puts to Moreno. A lovely assist from another of our fullbacks to Salah, and Salah makes it 4-0 Liverpool. What a convincing win against the champions of Spanish football. And if this is Real Madrid or Barcelona, I bet you guys will be going absolutely ham in the comments. Because it's Villareal, it's only Villareal. But because they won the Spanish league, you know, that's quite a very good result for us. And that will finish 4-0. I'm very satisfied with that. As you can probably see, I'm quite happy. I'm never usually very happy. But we win 4-0. We were brilliant in the second half. We were brilliant in the first half as well, I thought. Mohamed Salah gets the man of the match. That's the one it's called. Aspas has a disappointed game. I'm quite happy with that, to be quite honest. And that was a very good win for us. When are we going to come back then? Let's have a quick look at that. We'll leave the match in due course. Classy Salah on form. And we defeat 10-man Villareal very convincingly today. So when are we going to come back? We'll probably come back if we have a look for the... I think we'll miss the Bournemouth game. We'll come back for... Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll come back for the Merseyside derby away from home and the Zenit game in the Champions League. So after, really, the big games before that, we've got Chelsea who's a big game, Zenit who's a big game. We could come back for the Zenit and Chelsea game, but because this is only a beta save and we've got limited time, we really do need to skip a few games out. We'll play the Everton and Zenit games and then we'll see where it goes from there. Anyway, I have been, let's put my webcam on, I have been TRJ. Thank you all very much for watching, and I shall see you tomorrow at 4 PM, as always, for another FM18 video. Can we get to 300 subscribers? By the time FM18 comes out, you can help if you haven't subscribed just yet by hitting that subscribe button down below to get notifications for whenever, if I can speak, whenever I upload. Anyway, I've been TRJ, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.